Welcome back to Dan's Learning Curve, where hindsight is 2015. Thought I'd give you a walk around my 58 Plymouth with it not inside of a pole barn, sitting on blocks, sitting on its own tires, and just give you an idea what I have to work with, what the good and the bad is, and just get some content out on the channel. Unfortunately, I do have other things to work on. I wish this was the only thing I could do, and I'd have a lot more progress, but that's not the case. So I'm going to flip you around here, and we will, I guess I have to pause it here first, so I'm going to pause and bring you back. Alright, here we go. Sorry for the wheelness here. And but I thought I'd walk around and show you what's going on here. Maybe talk about a few of the dents and dings on it that I know of, and what I have to work with. So, just so everybody knows, this is my 1958 Plymouth Suburban, and it does look like a wagon because it is, but Plymouth classified it as a Suburban back in '58. Now, I have all the missing grill pieces and things like that. This was painted back in 1968, and my dad, amateur, well, didn't, less than amateur, he had no clue what he was doing, spraying it, and he gave it a try, but it went on to, I don't know what went wrong, but it looked great for 3 days, and it cracked. The finish just cracked on him. He sprayed lacquer, and so, and then we started stripping it off, and it, this is what you see. It sat outside too long. Unfortunately, sun rot and everything else like that. This car, just so everybody knows, has been in my family since '68. It was the first car I remember my dad owning, and it was the first car I drove around the age of 6. Yeah, that was a interesting drive. I don't know if I went above 25 miles an hour. I'm going to try to recreate that drive. It's a few hour drive, but I think it'd be fun to do it. Okay, this car was towed from California behind a 2-ton truck. My dad built a box on the back. It had a widow's attic where my parents slept, and he took the rear window out, and us kids sat in he made a seat behind where us kids sat and things like that. So yeah, it was quite the show. When he was towing it, this wheel went flat, and he looked out back and he saw a bunch of sparks throwing out, and what was left was, I can't even see my screen here because of the, okay, hopefully you can see my hand here. What was left was about that much of the hub. There was enough left to put the spare tire on and continue the trip, but it ate everything. He had to replace everything. And when the wheel left the car, this is what happened to the fender. You can see the depression there. Now, so that's a story right there. Really. So, but like I said, this is a California car, and I really don't know where I'm going with this video, so sorry if I'm jumping all around. The eyebrows are solid. I mean, most of these cars, this only saw Minnesota winters from 71 to 77, so, and then it unfortunately sat outside. So yeah, these are solid. I'm better just getting into a 4-minute video here. I want to do this quick. Okay, the bad. Now, you can see the rocker down there. I bet you these doors have been replaced. And When I was 15, I started trying to pull that rocker out. You can see the hole I drilled there. I cut that out there. I don't remember what I was doing. But you can see where the rockers have been caved in both. So I don't know what hit that to make that dent like that. I'm still wondering. Unfortunately, sat outside. Junk got in there, so I got a patch panel to make there. I bonded this, and obviously, yeah, you can see the impaction of dirt there that rusted it out. Yep. So another Bondo patch that didn't hold. This was hit with a high bumper car back in '71. So my dad straightened that out as best as he could. When he bought the car, the tailgate was rusted out, and he welded a patch panel in with oxyacetylene, got it too hot, and it oil canned on him. So that will be repaired. When I was actually going to try to drive this thing home, and I had actually poured about 3 gallons of fuel into the tank, thinking that, oh, I'll just suck fuel out of the tank. Well, no, the pickup tube is rock solid with crud. So here's my fuel line. It's hooked up to the where it would hook up to the tank, and then you can see the quarter mile of fuel right there, gallon jug. So the tank will have to be dropped. And again, we got some rear fender rot there. We got a CAT scan. More fender rot here. Rocker. Rocker's pretty good on this side. I put some Bondo on the door way back when. And my dad slopped some the brown primer that's on there was from my dad, and you can say by Dan by Dad. Yep, there's Dan, D-A-N by Dad. Thank you, Dad. Oh, here's more text up here. I didn't even see that. Huh. Well, there's his text. I didn't even see that. My dad is no longer living, and I wish I would have got this running when he was still alive. So, yes, I do have the other fender spear. I do have all the chrome, which will go back on. So I will need a new windshield rubber. Do have the wiper blades. I do have new wiper blades and stuff like that. This windshield was broken back in around '74. Some kids threw a rock through it, so my dad actually bought a replacement parts car. It was a '59 Plymouth. Wish I would have saved more parts off of it, but we did save some stuff. Here's all the chrome. You can see the generator I saved off. We saved off the '59. There's a torsion bar. There's 2 torsion bars here. I don't know if that wiper mechanism is for this car. I know that Makita drill is not a part of the car, and that starter is not. But yes, a few other things got in here. I don't know how old that air filter is, but I do have a new one sitting right there. There's the air filter canister, a spare oil filter canister, and there's a spare starter from the '59. I was going to use that fuel tank as an option fuel tank, but it was dripping, so my brother-in-law graciously lent or gave. I'm not sure. We haven't talked to him about that red gas can. When I honed the wheel cylinders, I couldn't get rear brakes, so I just connected that line and plugged it. Now I have brakes on the front. I will not drive it that way. I mean, a lot, but now I can roll it around. Let's see here. What else can I share with you guys? Appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. Oh, you know what? I haven't hooked that door handle up. So, my dad put the door handle this way so I could open it like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it that way or put it back. Okay. It's not going to play nice. We can reach through now. I will hook that up. It's just a little awkward getting it hooked up. This door handle is off. It's still loose. I need to tighten up the nuts on the inside. So I just have to hook up the linkage inside here. Finish tightening up the fastening nuts and things like that. So let's see here. The bad. Got some rust in the floor here. Not too bad, but when let's see now. What year did we had an old shower stall? You can see this metal right here. We laid in. My dad and I pulled the seats out. I remember doing this. Pulled the seats out and laid this over the floor. I'm not sure if that hurt or helped anything. I was underneath this thing when I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get brakes to the rear, and that's the first time really I looked under there. And actually, the floors in this thing's relatively solid. I do have this rot here that in my foot frame. I do have this rot here that needs to be dealt with. So I don't remember his exact channel name, but Fitzy's Repair, Fitzy's Fabrication has documented ways that guys like us that don't have a lot of sheet metal tools can fabricate complex panels, and I will be following his direction and things like that. So, guys, I really appreciate if you could like it and just maybe make a comment, quick comment down below. That it helps YouTube algorithm, and it helps me too because nice trim screw. It helps me too just to stay, keeps me active and motivated to keep making more videos, because that depression and anxiety is a big menace. But hey, let's end this with some sweet sounds, okay? One hit of the gas. Let's see how fast it cranks up here. The temp gauge wire is disconnected. I need to hook that back up. After the rebuild, my dad got you can see this gauge isn't the same as the others. It's out of another Chrysler vehicle. There was a blank in here and he cut this out. He wanted to see oil pressure. I got a misfire. I'm going to do a compression test and I'm going to do a leak down on it. I think it's just one cylinder. I don't know. This engine was rebuilt back in '68. I remember helping my dad do it. I'm going to shut this off so you can hear better. It was, and then he drove it and got it hot. Because didn't clean the radiator. So we cleaned the radiator, but it still smoked big time. When I was 15, I pulled it down, found a fending cylinder, and I don't remember if I put new rings in it or just I stuck the rings from the piston, gave it a quick hone on the cylinder, and put it back together. You didn't see it this time, but very little, if any, smoke on startup. No big blue bellowing smoke on during runs. So, all right. So yes, there's a bunch of stuff in here that needs to come out of here. I intend to vacuum it out. I don't know if we decided to use this as a depository. I think that's rabbit or something. There was a major hole, rust hole back here, that some creature decided that this was their outhouse. So then the floor, the support for the rear seat fold down went through the floor there. So alright guys, I appreciate the support, liking and subscribing. Like I said, just give me a boost with the likes and comments so I can I don't know. I'm almost just letting you know what fuels me. Okay. All right. I blabbed on long enough. Oh, one more thing here. My sister made this for me. My sister Flo Richards. Appreciate that. Appreciate you doing the video, shooting of me taking this out of the shed where it's at so many years. Thank you, Jeff, for letting me keep it there. Thank you for hauling it from the outside and putting it under cover. You did that on your own dime. Didn't ask for anything. Appreciate it. And I'm not going to disable the car. I have new tires on it. These tires, when I last parked it, the tires I had on it, one was hissing. It was as I drove it to its resting place in the field where it was parked for too many years. And so, yeah. All right. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later.